happy Thanksgiving, everyone.
Happy Thanksgiving.
Me and my older sister Edith in the kitchen here
You
today.
had to add that in, right?
Yeah, exactly. Hey, I got to get some points here. Anyway, we thought we'd jump on here today and show you all how to make gravy because we get a lot of phone calls about how to make gravy from our kids. So basically what we've done is we've got the turkey out of the oven, and as you can see it over there by Edith, it's resting on aluminum foil in another tray, and it cooked in this giant aluminum thing here. And we basically drained all that basting liquid, which is chicken broth or chicken stock, into this pot over here, and we're going to scrape that as well. But what we're going to do is take this material here and put it through this little tool that I have that has a bottom spigot, so that all the fat goes to the top and the drippings and the juice goes to the bottom, because we really don't want all that fat in our gravy, or we're going to take off as much as we possibly can, right, Edie?
Yes.
And Edie is peeling some bouillon cubes because she's addicted to it, and that's what makes her gravy so delicious. So we're going to do this getting rid of the fat, and we're going to come back. Okay, I'm jumping on here for a quick second because I wanted to show you. This has just been sitting here for, I don't know, maybe a minute or two. And as you can see, the fat, which is basically butter that we put under the breast of our bird and all over it. It had a nice butter bath, right, Edie?
Yes, it did.
And it's rising to the top. Now, if this wasn't time sensitive, we could do what, Edith? Put it in the refrigerator.
Oh, yes. If you have time to refrigerate it, all that fat will come up and solidify on the top, and you can also scoop it off that way if
Right.
you don't have a gizmo like she's using.
Right. Unfortunately, on a dinner like Thanksgiving, it's time sensitive. Everybody's starving or drunk.
Right.
So we need to give them some food. So we're just going to try to eliminate as much fat as we can. And then we'll come back for the procedure on how to do the gravy. Okay, we're back again. And what we did was we strained as much fat as we could off of our chicken stock and basting liquid here. And we actually added another 2 cups of good chicken stock to it, which I make homemade and I freeze. And now Edith is going to just go over some of the ingredients that she uses at the next phase.
Okay, we're going to talk thickening because you have to thicken your gravy. So I use Wondra, which is a flour, and the only reason I use that rather than regular flour is it's finely granulated. It's easier to not have lumpy gravy. And so you want to, I use 2 cups here today because we're doing a big batch of gravy. And so you need very cold water, and we're gonna just start to incorporate that into this flour. And we want to make it like a paste. And if you don't think you have gotten your lumps out of it, then what I do is I run it through a fine mesh strainer.
That makes good sense. Yeah, I like that.
And that way you're guaranteed that you
lumps.
do not have lumpy gravy, because there's nothing worse than digging into your potatoes and gravy and having a big chunk of flour in your mouth, which is not good.
We're going to come back as soon as she gets this to the consistency so I can show it. But I wanted to give you some other options. If you don't want to use flour, you can use cornstarch. Some people will use tapioca, and I oftentimes use a cookable modified cornstarch, which is gluten-free. So there are other thickening agents, but this is the one our mom did, and this is the one we do. So we'll come back.
Ellen on the set.
Okay, here we go. Edith has got her batches done. What we did was to remove the lumps, we put it through the fine strainer here, and then we put it back into the thing. And I want you just to kind of show the consistency. It's kind of like a thin pancake batter. Okay, and we'll be back in just a sec. Okay, so after some contemplation and some sister bickering, we have decided that it needed to be a little bit thicker. So we took a little bit of our thickening and added some additional Wondra to it to make it thicker. And now Edie is making an adjustment here to make a compromise
Compromise with my sister.
right, between what I thought was too thin and a little bit thicker. So that's where we're at, and we're just about there. We'll come back in a minute.
We've got our gravy to the consistency that we're both happy with.
Let me come in close here.
And
Yep.
this is kind of a little test that I do. If it coats the spoon, you've got a nice consistency. So we're going to dip our spoon in there, and as you can see,
Hold still so I can see. Yep, we got it.
we've
It looks
got
good.
gravy coating the spoon.
Okay, guys, we have got to cut this video short here because
We have hungry people.
we have hungry people and we got to get the mashed potatoes done.
nipping at our heels.
That's right. We got to get the turkey carved over here.
So happy Thanksgiving to everyone.
Yes. We'll
And
see
have
you
a-
all soon.